of sports. Today, we are in county number 28, Elgeyo Marakwet, a county that is known as the Mecca of athletics in Kenya. And the reason we are here is because of the third edition of the Iten International Marathon that will be happening tomorrow. Remember that marathon will be live on KTN. We'll be giving you all the details of what will be happening tomorrow. And of course, I want to speak to the people behind this marathon. They tell us what is different from the past two editions, and of course what to expect tomorrow. They have having rather tree planting exercise, and of course they will tell us why, you know, the theme for this year's marathon is running for climate resilience. So I want us to speak to the organizers of the third edition of the Iten International Marathon that will be taking place in Elgeyo Marakwet, Iten town to be specific. And I want us to begin by speaking to the Deputy Governor. How are you doing, Madam?
I'm doing fine.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Iten, Home of Champions.
Thank you very much. Of course, the Home of Champions, third edition of the Iten International Marathon. How are the preparations so far?
So we are very ready for tomorrow's activity. We are just launching some pre-marathon activities today. One is to do the tree planting, because the marathon is running against climate resilience. So we are continuing with tree planting. We will also launch the 16 days activism against gender-based violence, because as a county we are faced with challenges of femicide among our athletes. So today we are so happy. We want to welcome all the partners, all the friends, all the athletes to attend. ADAC will also be speaking to the athletes today, and in preparation for tomorrow. Otherwise, we want to say that welcome to Iten. The climate is good, weather is good. Come dress in your running gear, and you'll have an opportunity to run with a champion.
Yes, thank you very much. You've spoken about the 16 days of activism, and of course in athletics we've seen the Tirops Angels, and I know I've spoken to your CEC, that is Purity Koima. She's also passionate about it. I mean, as a county, what are you doing to educate athletes on, you know, gender-based violence?
So number one is that Iten is the home of most athletes, and as our governor says, for you to win any record, any world record, either you are born in Elgeyo Marakwet or you are training in Elgeyo Marakwet, and that has come to pass. And we still continue using sports and athletics to market our county, and specifically Iten as an high altitude training center. And we just want to say that it's a good feeling that this marathon now is coming to its third edition. When we started the first time, it did not look like something big, but now it is a big activity for us. And it is going to attract more athletes, because our cash prize is also very high. The winner will take home 1 million shillings for both the men and the women. And we will also have 10 kilometers. And we're also using this opportunity to work with partners and see how we can mentor young athletes, so that the training camps can create for us a transition camp towards them becoming a professional athletes. The other thing also is we have called for clean running in Iten, that there should be no issue of doping in this marathon, and we have achieved that for the last two editions. We also hope to achieve this one in this third edition going forward.
Yes, thank you very much, Deputy Governor. Of course, later on, I'm hoping we'll get a chance of speaking to ADAC CEO, because I saw her around, that is Shibutse, to tell us, of course, what they're doing here in Iten. Now, aside from that, the marathon has become bigger by the day. As a county, what have you been doing to make sure that this marathon becomes bigger?
What we've done is we are working closely with our partners. And we've got a goodwill of most of our partners, starting with our initial partner, KCB, and now KTN, that has come in strong, and most of our business community. Actually, what surprised us this year is that all our business communities within Iten actually have come to support it. So it is an homegrown marathon, and we look forward to it even becoming a bigger organization. Now, the other issue we want to raise today and in the next 16 days is that we are saying no to gender-based violence as a county, because we know that women are the backbone of our community, and anytime a woman is affected by violence. It reduces productivity. It is expensive for the family to take care of that bill in the hospital. It is also it reduces the confidence of a woman whenever they are defiled. And we want to say that as a county of champions, we want to not only to be champions in athletes, but also to be champions in preserving our families. The biggest challenge we've observed is that the home is no longer safe for the women and also for the girl child. And as a county, we are saying no, zero tolerance to gender-based violence for both our women, our girls, and also our athletes. And when we say gender-based violence, it is also to say even for the boy child, we want to protect the boy child. There are several ways that someone is violated. Number one is that they create physical fear for you. They create psychological torture for you. There is also sexual harassment or rape and incest among family members. We are saying we want to return sanity to the home. We want to return sanity to athletics, and we want to be that community that values each and everyone as a human being. We also have an emerging area in the issues of LGBTQs, whereby young athletes are being forced to alter their body organs. And of late, there's been this discussion that young people are even donating or selling their internal organs for money. So as a county, we want to say that parental consent must be given whenever a youth is undertaking any operation. And as long as they are not only under 18, but up to 24 years, because that is a child who is still in college, they are still in the university. We want to request that before any youth undertakes any alteration surgery, then the parental consent must be given.
Thank you very much. Of course, that is the Deputy Governor, the County number 28, Iten Marathon. And now, right about now, I also want to speak to the partners. And before we do that, let me speak to the CEC, Iten Marathon County, that is Purity Koima. She's been very, very, of course, she has this marathon at heart. For the last 3 years, we've been speaking to her, and of course, she's been telling us how they are planning to make the marathon better and better by the day. How are you doing, Purity?
I'm good, and once again, welcome to Iten Marathon. Welcome home.
Asante sana. Yes, you know, I remember the first, when we had the first edition of Iten International Marathon, you were organizing the marathon. It's a very interesting story. You're organizing the marathon after it was a few weeks after giving birth.
Yeah.
It was very hectic, and it hasn't stopped being hectic.
Yeah, it's a quite a very interesting story, because when I came into office and I was just 5 weeks from my baby was just 5 weeks, and then we had the marathon, and the first edition, yes, Standard Group came on board, KCB, and we were able to deliver the first edition perfectly. And then we came to the second edition, we grew again, we had more partners, we had more participation, and of course our partners came in again. And the uniqueness of now the third edition, which is a big one, my boy is 2 years, 2 months old, and I'm no longer breastfeeding him in the car, I'm no longer walking around with him. Maybe he will watch from home, he will watch KTN News from home and watch the marathon now.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the difference in the third edition as compared to the first and second?
Yeah, the first and the second edition, we never had the electronic timing, but the third edition has an electronic timing. So that means our entire team of participants, the athletes that will be competing, their records can be checked online and they can get that. 2, we are having more partners on board this time. We are having over 40 partners who have come on board. And yes, our partners that started with us have continued. The numbers that we are having in the marathon are growing. We are expecting more than 500 participants in the marathon category, which is our main race. Then we have the 10K, and of course we have the fundraise. We changed from 2 kilometers to 5 kilometers. Yeah.
Yes, the DG spoke about the 16 days of activism, and I know you are very passionate about Tirop's Angels, and this is something that you have been going, through the entire county, trying to pass this message. And if you can elaborate to Kenyans, as a county, what you're doing to ensure that there is no gender-based violence in the county.
So we have like 2 things that we've done so like enormously this edition. One, we've had a build-up activities, and one, we've done a lot of anti-doping sensitization forums. All the way from Tuesday, we were able to meet the coaches, the sports administrators. Then came Wednesday, we were able to meet the CSOs. We were able to meet the church, the clergy, from the Protestant churches, from the communities, the elders, the Muslim community, and on Thursday and Friday, we've been handling the athletes, and today we are meeting the national government administrators and the county government administrators, because this is a multi thing we need to handle. You remember, as a country, we were nearly missing out. We were nearly getting to a ban. And for us as a county, remember that athletics is an economic activity. So once we lose it, then we close shop. And so that is why we were building towards the marathon. We are very keen on matters anti-doping. And these doping issues also comes to pressure, and at some point it's a GBV issue. So we said we will deal with the doping issues. Two, we will build the up tours, because from next week, Tuesday, all through to 10th December, we are doing the 16 days of activism towards GBV. And so we brought this strategically to today, Saturday, so that we are able to sensitize our communities. We are able to sensitize people here and say, look, as a county, we are not only championing for athletics, but also we are against gender-based violence to sports people and the entire society. Yes, so we have really done. We've been doing that with athletes. We've been doing to the community around. But today we're just launching, and for the 16 days we will be dialoguing on this.
Thank you very much, Purity. I know you have a very busy schedule. You had a tree planting in the morning, so probably we'll be seeing you again tomorrow early in the morning.
Yeah, and the registration is going on, and the athletes are picking their registration. And tomorrow, yes, to Chororgate. Welcome home.
Thank you very much. That is Purity Koiba, the CEC for Sports in Elgeyo Marakwet County. Now, let me speak to a lady that is not new to Kenyans. Yes, she's not new to Kenyans, and I'm talking about Lina Jebi Kilimo. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. As you have said, my name, Lina Jebi Kilimo, and this is my county. I'm glad to join today my county as they launch various activities from climate resilience sporting, and most of all, gender-based violence. They're also launching today the 16 days of activism against violence. And I have come to participate with them to show solidarity with my county against gender-based violence. Of course, the worst form of gender-based violence, none of them is good, but of course the worst one is where they terrorize our private parts. And you know that in the news just this week, we've lost a woman who was undergoing female genital mutilation. Last year, we lost a policeman who was killed. And these are things that are close to my heart. And so today, when my county invited me that we shall be combining the sports plus gender-based violence, because you will find it within the community and among the sporting community also. So they said they'll combine all of them together, because in both cases, gender-based violence is prevalent there. And so I've joined them. And with that, I really pray that this year will mark the end of gender-based violence, both in the sporting arena and within the community. In the next 16 days or 20 days that we shall be having dialogues with the communities, and most of all, we shall be counting on you, the fourth estate, to pass the message, because we may not be everywhere, but people listen. Either digitally, you can send what we are talking about, or even just in the news. So I'm here to stand in solidarity with my county.
Thank you very much, Alida Jabi. And of course, as you can see, Usalama iko imara. What's your name?
Diana Wekesa.
Yes, Diana. But of course, are you promising the county that tomorrow everything will go according to plan?
Yes. We have put measures in place. We have officers who've been on the ground, even checking out on our athletes as they do their practice, and we are set for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You're all welcome to Elgeyo Marakwet.
We are welcome to Elgeyo Marakwet. Your thoughts on 16 days of activism?
Oh, as we launch the 16 days of activism today, my word would be, let us strive to do prevention more than cure. As a nation, we have focused a lot on the punitive measures that are put in place to those who are perpetrating gender-based violence. But I'm calling out on everyone. Let us try to prevent, because whatever we do, we punish the perpetrators, but the victims live with the repercussions for the rest of their lives. Yes.
Thank you very much, Brenda Wekesa. Kwa majina unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Mheshimiwa Gilbert.
Yes, Mheshimiwa Gilbert. Kesho umejiandaa vipi? Tutakuwa unakimbia?
Kesho nimejiandaa vizuri. Niona kesho nikikimbia. Kwanza kabisa kama tujefikia kesho, leo tumekuwa kwa hii mikakati ya celebrate the 16th anniversary ya gender-based violence. You know, the main theme for today at Elgeyo Marakwet is kuleta to bring in actually the male counterparts into place, so that because you know most of these issues comes along with the custodians of the culture. You know, initially we have had women leading this campaign against the gender-based violence, but now what we are trying to see is to create an avenue where we bring in male counterpart to speak about this issue, so that they be part and parcel of curing these menace which has happened in the community. We have been seeing instances where female are being taken to they are being taken to punitive acts, be it in the home or either by acts of cultural practices. But now we have not had the male counterparts talking about it. They run away just like it is a normal issue. But now, in my side as a chair in the county assembly, I'm taking another dimension to speak about it, and also to bring in the other members of county assembly and even the entire leadership to speak about this issue. What exactly is not happening? You know, being the male in our society, custodians of culture, and when we come strong and we speak about this issue, we'll be able to take it and make it a norm in our society. Make our people understand exactly the importance of having a culture which is not in any way barbaric. That is it, and that's why I have come today strongly to join hands with the Deputy Governor, the leadership led by Mama Kilimo, and also the DCC. Also, and our partners in preparation for tomorrow's events now, which you are actually asking me if I'm ready. And I want to tell you that I'm the chair for the sports committee in the county assembly. I'm fit, and nothing bars me from tomorrow even clinching the 1 million. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Of course, we'll be waiting tomorrow to see whether you'll be the first to cross the finish line. Let's quickly speak to the partners. Kwa majina unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Rose Orgut, the branch manager. Profits, but getting back to the community and for people for better. We look forward to tomorrow's event.
Thank you very much. Kwa majina unaitwa nani?
Asante sana, naitwa Joseph Amuke, natoka katika Wizara ya Jinsia na Hatua Hakika. Nina furaha kuwa hapa leo tukipanga mikakati ya marathon ya kesho. Hapo nyuma tumekuwa na changamoto ambao wakimbiaji wamekuwa wakiweza kupoteza maisha yao kupitia kitu ambacho tunaita intimate partner violence. Tuna furaha kwa sababu leo pia tuna launch 16 days of activism against violence on women and girls. So nadhani hii partnership ni mzuri sana ambao tumeshirikiana na wakimbiaji, na pia natangaza hii ujumbe ya kumaliza dhuluma ya kijinsia dhidi ya wanawake na wasichana. Wakimbiaji wetu wengi ni wasichana na wanawake. So nadhani hii itakuwa njia mzuri. Tuanze pamoja hii siku 16, tutakuwa na mambo mingi, tutakuwa na community dialogue, tutahusisha wakimbiaji, tunataka kuzungumza na hao ili tuweze kujua kweli shida ni iko wapi. Pia tunatengeneza SOP, standard operating procedures, ambazo zitatumika katika training camps, kwa sababu tumejua huko katika training camps za wakimbiaji kuna changamoto mingi ambazo kuna dhulma dhidi ya wasichana wetu wakimbiaji. So tunasema tunakaribisha kila mtu akuje katika hii mkutano, katika hii marathon ya kesho, na pia tunaomba wazazi katika hizi siku 16. Sisi tuna shida ya FGM, wasichana wetu wanakeketwa sana katika hii kaunti yetu. Tunaambia wazazi tuache, tulinde wasichana wetu, tusikate wasichana ili tuharibie maisha. Tuache wasichana wakimbie badala ya kuwakatayarisha. So FGM tumesema hatutaki tena hii dhuluma ya kijinsia dhidi ya wasichana. Asante sana.
Thank you very much. And finally, kwa majina unaitwa nani?
Kwa majina naitwa Beatrice Keter. I work for USAID Amba Tusima. And USAID Amba Tusima, we are the partners in the county that we are supporting the county government. Even as we are launching today, the team for today is 16 days against gender-based violence. And for these 16 days, we have a team whereby we are saying that let us all unite to ensure that we end the violence against women and the girls. And if you see, for the many forms of GBV that we are having, most of them we are having the sexual gender-based violence. And in this sexual gender-based violence, it's affecting both male and the female. And more so, if you see, it's mostly affecting the women. And that's why you can see even the team. We are talking about unite to end the gender-based violence against the women and the girls. And among other forms of the GBV that we are having, we have the issues of intimate partner violence that we are saying that it is happening. It's happening at our houses. It's happening in our bedrooms. It's happening in our sitting room, whereby the partners that have been living together, they end up hurting one another. We have also another form of early childhood marriage. We have also FGM, as our lady, Lina Kilima, have said about it. And we are working together with other partners to ensure that we end this violence. And you can see we have other things like femicide, the way the President of the Republic of Kenya mentioned about it, so that we can be able to work hard. And also we are working with athletes, because we have seen many athletes becoming the victim of gender-based violence. So as a partners that we are working in this entire county, we have many partners in place, and we are in these 16 days that we are talking about, 16 days, we have a lot of programs that will cover for those 16 days. Among the programs, we have talked about community dialogue, whereby we will bring in the gatekeepers, the police, the chiefs and the community, so that we can be able to talk about the issues of gender-based violence, so that there is no, we ensure that we end this violence. Another thing, as a result of gender-based violence, we talk of gender-based violence, but we discuss what is the end result. The end result is really traumatizing, because first of all, it will affect you psychologically. You will be traumatized. The second thing, you will be physically injured. The third thing, you will be emotionally traumatized. The fourth thing that mostly we need to talk is you end up being infected with HIV. And as a partner that we are working with we have to ensure that and sensitize the community that if in case somebody is become a victim or a survivor of gender-based violence, they are supposed to go to the facility at least before 24 hours, but within 72 hours, to ensure that as they go to those facilities, they get treatment. And this treatment that we are giving as a county, we have in all our facilities the drugs. This drug will prevent this person who is already become violated, to prevent them from getting the HIV. And that's why we are working with all the partners to ensure that in these 16 days, we ensure that the whole community is sensitized, so that we can be able to work hard and prevent and end the violence within our community. Another thing is that we want to see that...
I want to cut you because we have to take a break. I have to cut you because we have to take a break. And of course, we'll come back later. We'll be talking about that because... it's all about the third edition of the Iten International Marathon that will be taking place tomorrow here in Elgeyo Marakwet County. And of course, we'll be expecting a number of athletes to participate in that, where the winner will be pocketing 1 million Kenyan shillings. So we take a short break. When we come back, we'll be shifting gears. We get into the English Premier League. A number of matches on the cards this afternoon. So we'll be taking a look at what to expect in those matches. But that will be after the break.
Thank you.